Hi, I'm Russ McAllister, and this is my first attempt at a fishing video. Right here I'm trolling flicker minnows and Rapala for crappies. It starts the video off with a largemouth bass, and then I progress to catch several crappies. This is a little known technique in Oregon. Very few people do this. Crankbaiting crappies. Check me out on Patreon for a full episode.
Okay, now I'm starting to catch the crappies. The 7 cm flicker shad and the 5 cm flicker shad seem to be the hot bait. Colors were fire tiger and kind of a sun perch color. I got the idea to do this type of crappie fishing from a YouTube video that I watched where a guy was on the Lake of the Ozarks in Arkansas and he was trolling crappie with crankbaits. And I decided to fish this way because it looked like he was catching a bigger average size of fish than I was with just jigs. And out here in Oregon, salmon and steelhead are king, and we don't know a whole lot about crappie fishing. So I'm always willing to try new techniques from other areas, and this works fantastically. And in the West, we like trolling. We love to troll. Most people who seriously fish do lots of trolling. So trolling these flicker shad and Rapala shad wraps worked out fantastically, and I caught some really nice crappies. So here I was trolling a pair of jigs on one side of the boat, and the other side I was trolling a flicker shad. Now, what is interesting about that fish that I just caught and the double jig setup on that side of the boat is the fact that those jigs got a lot more strikes, but getting a fish to stick on there was almost impossible. Whereas when they bite the flicker shad, they're hooked up almost immediately. Important details of these baits and this technique, as these baits only dived about 8 or 9 feet. The package says they'll go a little deeper, but I was only getting them about 8 or 9 feet. And I'm fishing pre-spawn crappies, so they are schooled up pretty tight to the bank and in relatively shallow water for our western deep reservoirs. Anyway, I'm going to end the video with a few more really nice fish. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon, RMAC on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and tight lines. Coming up here at the end of the video, I'm going to show a few strikes on the rods I was using to troll with. And the interesting thing about these crappie strikes are they're much lighter than, say, if you hook up on a rainbow. Like if you catch a rainbow or a smallmouth, they usually just slam the pole. These strikes usually just kind of vibrate the pole. You can tell there's a fish on and it's bending the pole, but it's not near as aggressive as several other strikes from other species. And that being said, I've discovered that these flicker shad baits catch about everything that swims and eats fish. So you kind of never know what you're going to get. So that makes fishing them pretty cool as well. Anyway, now I'm really done talking. And once again, tight lines. Thanks for watching.